you talk about environment, winning, used to winning, you know, and that's all you want to do. Jacksonville released you in 2020.
Yeah.
You get a call from Tampa. You see the pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah.
You see they got 3 amazing receivers.
Yeah.
You know the GOATs here.
Yeah.
What was that like? How did it feel to say, I'm about to go down here to Tampa and get right? You know the opportunity to win a Super Bowl was right here. What was that mindset? What did you feel like?
Well, first Devin White called me. He's like, man, what you want to do? Man, we need you. I'm like, at this time, I took like probably like a week or 2 off. I was still pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. I was at home. My mama flew down here to come holler at me, holler at my dad and my kids, and I was just chilling time with them. And then Brady called me. Brady like, you know, I've been on Brady. Was Under Armour with each other and things like that. He was like, man, I know who you are. He's like, I don't know what the they got going on over there, but we want you. I want you to come join me so you could be a part of something special. And right then and there, like in my spirit, I told my mama no. Mom like, man, I told him I'm going to Tampa. I'm like, we gonna win that money. Like it's nothing else. And lo and behold, like this, I had to go through another trial, and it wound up being the best thing I did.
So you and Tom seem to have a real tight relationship. The GOAT cake, the idea, where'd that come from?
Man, he's one of the best I've been around. You know what I mean? As far as studying, preparation. I mean, it's nothing less. Like we'll go through a whole week, Monday through Friday, a game plan what the coaches give us. That Saturday, this time game plan. No, like this is what they're gonna do. I'm letting you know, they're basic. You come to the game Sunday, everything they was gonna do, they doing it. The Saints game, playoff game, a couple years ago. Leonard, the check down's gonna be there. Just make a play.
Man.
And that's what it is. And a guy like that, from where I'm from, New Orleans, Louisiana, downtown, Seven Wall, for a guy that caliber want a guy like myself to come join his team and play with him, man, that's a blessing.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You don't get that. So I'm just thankful.
Right.
You know, you get that opportunity, you know, and you're here, and now it's 3 years in. You know what I mean? And yeah, you're right. 4th overall pick of the draft. Earn that. Right? Jacksonville doesn't work out. You got to earn it again.
Yeah.
And it's like every year, you know, Leonard, it's something to prove. Every year you got to go out and say, you know what, I'm still that. Like you said, it's in me. It's been in me. When you look at the 2022 season and the off-season stuff, oh, he's coming in heavy, he's doing this. What do you feel you have to prove now?
And it's funny, you always say improvement. So I just told my mother, like, I don't know what it was, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I'm like, man, it's always harder for me. Mom said, well, you chosen my God. It's never gonna be easy for you. I mean, even as a kid, like it never, man, I'm talking about I couldn't read. I had a stuttering problem. And that always was my push. Like my mother stood in the mirror with me 2 hours. Man, Leonard, you're gonna be somebody. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Get yourself together. You know what I mean? Things like that. And I always had a behavior problem. Got put out of 6, 7 schools. Then I went to St. Aug. So it was either I go to St. Aug or go to Shaw, Rummel. Yeah. I'm like, nah. So even with that, I think for myself, coming into this year, I still got to prove myself. I've always did. Like I said, nothing was never given to me. So when I see like the running back list come out, and I'm not even on the top 10, like that's motivation for me. You know what I mean? Because I know, like, even when I came in and said I couldn't catch, I always could catch. Just went to a running school.
Right, we weren't trying to throw it no way.
You know what I mean? I went to a running school. So when I come in, Jacksonville, 55 catches. Next year, 69. Come here, 70 catches, whatever the case may be. I'm proving myself. You know what I mean? And I had to prove myself to be a third down back too. It just, when I was in Jacksonville at a young age, we had TJ, we had Chris Ivory, guys who've been in the league and who's really familiar with those kind of looks and defenses. So, man, I'm always proving myself. You know what I mean? It don't matter. I mean, that's just who I am. And like I said, I'm always beat the odds, like I always do.
You talk about Tom calling you and saying he wants you to come to Tampa. You said that had to be a great feeling.
Yeah.
What about then getting down here with B. Left, B.A., Todd Bowles, all them boys, and really seeing I'm reading the tea leaves, but it seemed like Jacksonville and Freddie as well, they didn't have that structure like Tampa had. Like, what was that walking into an organization that had all them top leaders and top football minds in it?
Man, it was just, for me, just the atmosphere was different. Like, when I was in Jacksonville, I didn't really know the front office. You know what I mean? I come to Tampa, the front office greet you every day. You see them every day. You know what I mean? They want to meet you. They treat you like you family. I'm going to say that. You know, and then, like, just the environment of how they do the players. Like, in Jacksonville, it's like, it was just, I don't know, it was just different. Like, they didn't treat the star players like they're supposed to be treated. You know what I mean? I tell my position coach, Todd McNair, like, in our running back room, we got windows. In Jacksonville, it's all bricks like a jailhouse.
That's true.
Nah,
That's true.
like it bring you down a little bit. You know what I mean? It's dark, you don't see no light, so it's definitely from night and day. Like Devin said in the interview a couple days ago, great players want to play with great players. Yeah. I mean, that's what it was. Not saying Jacksonville, we could have had that. You know what I mean? We definitely could have had that, but things went another course.